Morning guys, and welcome to episode 13 of Team Nucleus's daily vlog. I'm back in the labs again today. Unfortunately, it's a very quiet day in the labs today. Everybody's off doing their own thing. We've got lots of other stuff to be getting on with. So I thought I'd just update you with where we are with the engine actually, because the boys have done some awesome work. So here's the engine. Currently we're still waiting on the bolt that's going to be going in here for the flywheel, but that's going to mount the flywheel onto the engine. Joe has done an excellent job of getting the fuel tank mounted in a different way, and we've also mounted the electric start on here for health and safety reasons, but that's already just to be connected up there to get that fired up. So hopefully next week we'll be testing that. What you're also seeing out the corner of your eye is this, which is the task list. Now I'll explain a little bit about that. Basically what we've decided is we need to have a definitive, a clear way of explaining what still needs to be done with regards to bodywork and making molds. It's quite loud, isn't it? So what I've done is I've created this task list which basically has all the tasks and its progress. So obviously red means it hasn't been started yet, yellow means it's been started but not finished, and green obviously means it's completed. And once it's completed, then someone needs to write down the date it was completed, just so we have an accurate tracking system of everything that's been done. So that's where we are. We're actually just getting everything together over the weekend that we need to get ready for next week. So when we come in on Monday, we're ready to go. We know what we need to do. We've got everything we need, and we can just get on with it. So because everyone's doing their own thing or doing their own work today, I'm going to head home as well and do the same. We're going to go speak to a couple more people before I do that and head to town. I want to get my hair cut because I'm going to dinner tonight. But yeah, I'm going to head home and do work from there. So I'm going to actually show you guys what I'm getting up to with my airsoft rifle, as well as a few of the other assignments that I've got going on.
Right, what's up guys? I'm at home now. I told you today's not going to be very productive in the way of the main Eco Marathon project, but I thought I'd show you guys what I'm getting up to with my other assignments and explain to you what that is. So, as part of the uni course, we've had to choose optional modules. The modules that I've chosen to do this year were CFD, Computer Fluid Dynamics, and Product Design. So what I'm about to show you is what I'm working on for my assignment for my product design side of things. Basically the assignment brief was we had to take an existing product and make it better, essentially. That's what the outline of the assignment was. And for the longest time now, my airsoft rifle has been it's been performing fine. It's the way it works, right? Where I put my battery, let me show you. Right, so on this, this is the main body for the airsoft rifle. I'll put it down here so you guys can see on the GoPro as well. This is just a toy, by the way. This isn't a actual weapon, standard like that. But basically, this battery, which I'll explain about the cartridge in a second, goes into this housing here. But it's never really fit properly, right? It's always got the wires pinched. The wires have always ended up becoming corroded. It's just not worked. So what I thought I'd do is take this particular system and see if I can't design some sort of cartridge system for the battery where it goes in a lot easier. It's easier to handle, easier to change over the battery, using the technical knowledge that I've gained throughout my years at uni. So what I've decided to do was create these cartridges which fit your generic large batteries, which is what they call these style batteries. Let me take it out of its housing for a minute actually. So these large style batteries, which are just like for RC cars, I believe, like for toy cars as well. And I want to redesign it to essentially almost be like a magazine clip for the battery, so it makes my life easier when I'm playing airsoft. Anyway, you get the idea of what it is I'm trying to do. So today, what I did in uni was I just got some help basically getting these. I could have probably done it myself, but do you know what? I figured it'd be better to get somebody who knows what they're doing, and I'm actually going to do this slightly differently, because where I want this to go in my airsoft rifle, this is a little bit too big. These wires aren't going to fit through, so I'm probably going to have to get some of my own electrical tape in order to fix these up a little bit. Well, maybe not, we'll see. In a moment I'm going to put it all back together anyway, because I have to test this. But that's what I wanted to do, is just introduce you to what it is I'm trying to do with this assignment. The other thing that I was having trouble with, so that's the gearbox, and that's what I was having trouble with in my other vlogs, putting back together, but I fixed it last night, which is good. Now the other trouble I was having is this. Now this is the motor that drives the gearbox. That essentially sits in there like so. Ooh, lots of cables. That motor fits in there, and when it's applied the electric current, and this is your switch, the trigger is just a simple switch, that applies to that, turns the motors, and I'll show you the exact operation of how it works in a little while. It's not very... Hey George. Right, so that was George ringing me. Apparently they need the CAD and step files for the final bodywork that we have, so I've sent that through to them. I'm probably going to get loads of messages still pinging through. On top of the actual project, we've got to write a technical project report, which is due in next week. So that's got to be done, even though we don't have a fully finished product yet. Because of our deadline being so late, we actually haven't got a fully finished product. But never mind. Yeah, so I think you guys get the idea with what's happening with this assignment that I'm working on as well. I'm not going to bore you too much with the details, but I'm going to go ahead and get this all hooked up so that I can test it. Well, I've done enough of that for one afternoon. I've managed to mess it up again, so I've done what George needed me to do. They're going to try and contact another carbon fibre company, because apparently they never heard anything from us, so we're hopefully going to hear something back from them regarding maybe making a carbon fibre body. We don't know, but we'll hear back from them soon. So guys, yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to have to carry on with some other work, but it's all boring report style kind of work. Got a little bit of CAD I can do as well, but there's nothing really interesting more I can show you for this afternoon. Nice, bright day. I'm going to end it there, and I'll see you guys on Monday, like I said earlier. I didn't say earlier. Yeah, but there's not going to be a vlog this weekend because we've got too much other stuff going on. So I'll see you guys on Monday. If you guys are excited to see what we're getting up to next week, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribing. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you're liking our page. We will see you guys again next week.